Hi. As far as strategic and managerial level case studies are concerned, change management is quite a common topic from the people's and leadership skills. As you know, people's and leadership skills are critical elements of the game as far as the case studies are concerned. So you shall be ready to get the highest marks available from the people's and leadership skills. Within our course, what we do is, I think I mentioned it before, we take all the people's and leadership questions that were in the past and we try to predict what could be for this session, based on this case study, what could be the people's and leadership question that might be there on the exam day. We try to predict that. So in trying to do that, one of the key areas that you shall master is nothing else but the change management. If you log into our website, I'm sure it's available in our Facebook page as well, you will see a video on change management from Adrian Sims. So watch that video as well on change management from Adrian Sims. Today I'm trying to look at a slightly different perspective on the change management. In the sense, I'm trying to see how the questions on change management might be there on the exam day. So let's try to see what kind of questions might be there on the change management. What is change management? Or rather, change is, all of us know it's a change. But why do we say it needs to be managed? Why do we say it needs to be managed? Certain changes, there is no need to manage. You introduce the change, it will happen as you expect. So what is change management, or rather, why do we need to manage change? Change is just any change, simple meaning of it. But why do we need to manage that change? Do we need to manage all the changes? No. There will be some changes, you don't need to manage it. You announce the change, everyone follows it, everyone is happy with it, no trouble in it. As an example, as a company, the organization decides to increase salaries of everyone. The board of directors has given the approval, so they are happy with it. And none of the employees say no, they are very happy to get the salary increase, work happily. It's a change that was done. Or rather, there was a change done to increase the facilities that is given at the office. Everyone gets a better environment now, better computer now, better air conditioning now, better table now. Well, there is nothing to manage. It's a change, but it works as it is. So I don't think we need to manage all the changes. There will be some changes where we argue and say, look here, well, fine, let's go ahead with it. But there will be some changes that we got to manage. Especially, but there will be some changes that we got to manage. Those are the changes where two sides will have two different stories. Two sides will have two different views, two different opinions about something that we are going to do. That's where change needs to be managed. So on the exam day, look for questions related to change management. They are the situations where organization is trying to do a change, they are trying to introduce a new system, they are trying to introduce a new culture, they are trying to change the way that they have been working, whatever it is. That change, there will be certain stakeholders would not agree with. See similar situations, and they are the ones where your change management skills are required. So question number one, or rather point number one, is for you to identify where the change management needs to come in. In the case study, examiner need not tell you specifically, look here, how do we manage this change? But you should be able to sense, you should be able to feel that there is going to be a change management skills required in this situation. How do we manage the change? What are the change management skills required? Well, we are going to introduce a new system. The other party can be part of employees, other party can be part of directors, other party can be part of the management, other party can be some of our customers, suppliers, society. They are not going to agree with it. Second point is, after you do understand this situation, the second point is for you to appreciate that other party is not going to agree. I mean, we are going to do a good change. but others might not really look at it. They might have a different view of what you're going to do. They can certainly have a different view of what you're going to do. In an organization, if you have two sets of people thinking in the same way, I don't think that organization will go far. No point of you having two sets of people thinking in the same way. One can be fired. You need to have people thinking slightly differently. So there may be a party, there may be some stakeholders who are thinking differently. That is fine. So you should be able to appreciate that some stakeholders will not agree. They might have a different view. It might be coming from their background, it might be coming from what has happened to them before, it might be coming from what they have seen, or it might be coming from what they have heard about it. Yes, it's a good change that you're going to do, but others might not see it like that, and it's completely natural, it's completely normal. Or the other stakeholders might think it's a threat for them personally, for their job. The other stakeholders might think it's a threat for their work, salary, position. Well, that's again quite natural, right? Everyone needs to worry about your position, your job, your work as well. So maybe it's that they are going to disagree with the change that they are going to introduce. So whatever it is, first step is for you to identify whether there's a need for change management skills, whether there's a situation where change management skills are required. Secondly, completely appreciate the fact that one party is disagreeing with the change, which creates the opportunity for change management. Third is simple and straightforward. How do we manage this change? After you appreciate the other parties disagree, where you need to go and tell them, look here, I appreciate your view. It's great that you're saying that, so it's a different side of the story that we can hear. So we can take the right decision. So you got to appreciate. Third step is to managing change. Managing change is nothing else but right communication. You need to go and address their issues one by one. They think it's a bad move. They think we should not be going ahead with this new project. They think this change is bad. They think this change of head office is not good. Change of the product is not good. We are trying to go to a different market. They think it's not a good idea. We are trying to buy a company. They think it's not a good idea. We are trying to get a new boss and they think it's not a good idea. We are trying to remove the boss that we have and they think it's not a good idea. Identify the reasons why do they say so. Take the reasons one by one and you need to address them one by one. Give solutions for them one by one. They think by doing this change, company reputation will get damaged. So explain to them, talk to them, hear them why they think it will get damaged. Explain to them how the company reputation will not get damaged, rather how the company reputation might get enhanced by what you are going to do. Explain to them arguments against the point that they raised. They think by doing this change, the control systems of the company will get collapsed. Explain to them how the control systems will get enhanced by doing that. They think by doing this, the employees will be very, very unhappy. Explain to them how employees will not be unhappy with this change. Instead, how employees will be very happy with this change. So are you sure employees will be happy? This will enhance the reputation of the company. This will be better for the company. That's why you're going to do it for, right? That's why you're going to do it. So explain the reasons for it. Next step is see what is the impact to them personally. They might be disagreeing with the new project because they think it will affect to their salary, status, position, benefits, and so on. For them, what's in it for me? What's in it for me argument. So then address it. If it does really affect, then you need to explain how it will benefit the overall organization, why they should look at overall organization, not the individual benefit, or give a solution for them. Yes, you are going to have a negative impact from this. That is why we are going to do B and C as well. Where from A you are going to have a negative impact. That's exactly why we are going to recommend B and C. So there is no negative impact for you. So that is a part of change management. Then you need to go back and see whether it's happening right. You need to go back and see who is supporting the change, who is not supporting the change. People who did not support it before, maybe now they are supporting. Go and appreciate them. Some of the people who did not support, maybe they are not supporting even now. Then there's a problem to be addressed. address that problem. There's a matter to be fixed, fix it. So it's very important for you to do follow-up. It's critical for you to talk to other party and explain why we are going to go ahead with this change. If you do not explain, if you keep them in the dark, the rumors will take the lead. It's very important for you to go and talk to them and explain why you are going to do this change. Unless you do explain, they will always take negative opinion about it. You need to go and explain to them why it is critical. Otherwise, rumors will take the lead. So whatever the change that you are going to do, first ensure you communicate properly. As much as close to the true story, communicate to them of what you are going to do and why you are going to do. Openly address the issue of, yes, there will be a negative impact for you, but this is how we are going to cover it up. Or openly address the issue of, yes, you might be thinking there is a negative impact, but in reality there is no. So that issue needs to be addressed openly at the beginning of it, not at the middle, certainly not towards the end. At the beginning, before you start, please go and tell them. Don't try to go ahead with the change without communicating with the stakeholders. Don't try to slowly go ahead and see what their reaction. It's never going to be positive. So this is the overall points that I wanted to highlight today about the change management as part of people's and leadership skills in the strategic and the managerial level case study. So now, with this overall background and with the video from the Adrian Sims on the theoretical aspects of it, which is a great video, combine these two, let's look at the past papers now. How this knowledge can be applicable for the past papers. Aren't you going to use the theory knowledge on the change management, Kurt Levin's theory? Aren't we going to use? No, we are not going to use it unless examiner specifically asks us. However, theories like Kurt Levin's will be the icing on the cake. In your answer, at the beginning or at the end, you will certainly mention about it. But you are not going to spend time to write it. You have shown already to the examiner, you have the required theory knowledge by passing OTQ. It's the case study time, my dear friends. Join us to enjoy. Thank you.